So Mariko, how about we start with a bit of introduction, what you do, where you are, just a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so my name is Mariko Fujimura. I live in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm the mother of three. I am a mindset, manifestation, self-image embodiment coach. And I have been
Ooh,
doing
I
this
like
for,
your title. I like
yes,
it.
and yeah, I've been doing this for last 7 years.
Yes, I think we like, you probably just came right after me, right? Into PJ Consulting.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
So brilliant. So Mariko, tell us a little bit about what was going on for you when you chose to do the Millionaire Mastermind mentorship. What inspired you to do that?
Yeah, so I truly believe, right, Eva, that we talked about this before, but that mentor needs always mentor needs coaches because we all have blind spots, yes.
Yeah.
And so where was I at? Uh, you know, I wanted to really accelerate my coaching business. This is
Mhm.
where I was at. And I found myself, we all go through the ebbs,
Tips.
ups
Yeah.
and downs, and I have different teams and everything. And I decided it was a time that I would, I'm going to do it on my own,
Mhm.
right? So I've been one woman show for a while.
You have been.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
been. You have been. And are you open to share a little bit about income results that were there at that time?
Yeah, so I think I was doing about 30,
Mhm.
30,000. Now I've to be honest with my team, I've done it, a lot higher in the past with the live launches. But at the time I think it was 35,000
And it was like that, right? Yeah, that was the
in
beginning.
my coaching, right? Just
Yeah,
strictly with coaching. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so tell us your biggest wins. Why not? Let's go right into it.
Right into it? Okay.
Yeah, right into it. What's
Yeah.
changed?
So
Oh, yeah, what's
yes.
happened for you?
For me, it was kind of sort of gradual, right? So it was 30, and then I think I went to 60, and then I went to 90. But my ultimate goal was to hit 111,000.
Yes.
Yes, being a
And
one-woman show
do you
and
want
in coaching. Yes.
and
And last month was it.
yeah.
Last month. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, this is how it was supposed to happen.
I
Yeah,
love
so
it. I
yes.
love it. And it wasn't 111. I think it was even more than that, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, a
Mhm.
little bit more.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Mariko came to my house for our in-person retreat, which is part of the Millionaire Mastermind. And literally on that day, she came with these big news that we all celebrated that she just hit her C-type goal. And I'm just so thrilled for you. You are officially a millionaire, my friend. I don't know if you calculated, but I'm pretty sure you are officially a millionaire by now.
Yes, like a
Yeah.
coach, right? Coach,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's so funny how you underline, yeah, as a coach, because that was your goal, right? So Marika was making money from other sources like property investments and so on, but it was her biggest dream to make that kind of money as a coach, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And so you are a millionaire, aren't you? Or
Yes.
you
Well,
wanna
yes.
you wanna go back.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But go ahead.
no, go ahead.
But Eva, here's the thing. I lived consciously. I mean, you know this.
Yeah.
You're the master at this. Like I lived in it so much so when it happened, it's like, oh, but I lived in it
Yeah.
so much all the
Yeah.
time. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 And this is what we're going to get into because this is part of your process, right? But what I wanted to say as well, I'm not sure if you remember this, but literally within the 6 months together, you already went to 90K per month. And it was like solid as a one woman business. I just want everybody to really understand this. No sales team. Mariko went from 30K to 90K and then
No.
111
And
plus.
yeah, and this is really believing that your consciousness
Yes.
is a source of all of your results, right?
Mm, yes.
Because I used to believe, yeah, I did it with my team or I did it with other people. I've had all these people, but to truly believe that however you wanted to do it, whether you have teams or no teams, however you want to create it,
Mhm.
your results come from your consciousness.
And
And
I
I
think that's so huge, right? Yeah.
and you believe that, right, Eva? Which is so incredible.
Oh, I'm so grateful. And yes, so speaking of consciousness, I think this is what a lot of people, a lot of high achievers who are making that 10,000, 20,000 per month and they want to go to their first million, they have this conscious thought that I need a better strategy. And this is exactly what you're saying, right? I mean, Mariko did not change her strategy. She changed her consciousness. Yes, we did an upgrades and we changed some belief systems around your strategy. Do you want to share a little bit about that? Because that's such a very, like it's such a tangible example of how this really works. It's not about hustling more and it's not about changing strategy.
Maybe this will help. I think, I mean, we've been doing this for a while,
Mm.
but for those who, going into coaching uh, and think that I have to have these systems into place. I have to have this particular strategy, $1 million strategy into place. And let me just say that it's really nothing to do with that. It's really first building, your solid beliefs around how you want to create the success. And once you have that belief, everything comes, right? The right strategy,
Yeah,
the right people. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I
Do you
don't
want
know if
to
that
share?
answers the question,
Oh,
Eva.
yeah. Totally. Do you
Mhm.
want to share a little bit about living from the end, how you've transformed from the 30K on and off Mariko to actually fulfilling this goal?
Living from the end in my consciousness.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's really being her.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right. So it's not just imagining what you desire, thinking of what you want. It's living from the end in your imagination, embodying that identity version of her. Not just in the morning when you visualize. I'm sure a lot of people who's listening in, they visualize, they do vision board, all of that. But it's about really being that person throughout the day. And
Yes.
it's about consistency, right? And that requires work.
I love that. Thank you so much for explaining. Now, would you like to share a little bit about the whole Millionaire Mastermind mentorship? Like, what were some of the key components of it that helped you up level so fast?
Accountability, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, when I was going to choose my mentorship, I wanted someone who was having the results that I desired.
Yeah.
And Eva, you are epitome of consistency. Right? And I
Misconception.
and I just didn't want to hit a goal 1 month. I wanted to be consistent because I could hit a goal, but I felt myself not being consistent,
Mm-hmm.
right? And has my back, who I can trust, who is always there for me. Also, what really helped me with the mentorship in the millionaire, right, mastermind is that someone who's operating at that level
Mm-hmm.
who has similar challenges as I do,
Yeah.
who really just, have share the challenges and they get it and they can give you, some right guidance. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was the best thing, right? One of the best things I've done.
Perfect. And would
Yeah.
you like to share a little bit about your fellow mastermind members? How has that impacted your achievements?
Yes, again, accountability.
Mhm.
Also, what's so great about them is they will share with you, hey, like they're not shy to challenge you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And yeah, so that's been great. The friendship has been amazing. They're so, oh my gosh, they're so incredible members, right?
Mhm.
Humble, gracious, yet at the same time, really wanting to go to the next level. And
That's
so,
right. And I
yeah.
think this was actually part of why I structured Millionaire Mastermind the way I did. I wanted people to have access to people at your level, right?
Yeah.
Six-figure earners going for seven figures,
Mhm.
because when you're already at six-figure level, that's where you want to be. You want to hang out with people who have similar consciousness or are even further down the line, because that's actually up leveling you the quickest. And we just met lately, and one of the parts of Millionaire Mastermind is actually physical get together in my dream home, which I'm really, really excited about. Can you tell us?
Oh my
Can you,
God.
yes, can you tell
Yeah,
us a little bit about how that was for you?
it was a surreal, right? To
Mhm,
for like we, as I mean, we met together before in the past, but to as a, where you get to really meet the people, right? That you've been masterminding with, like in person,
mhm.
and to be at your dream home that you've just manifested. It was just so
Oh,
surreal.
so cool.
Like it was so cool, like, and I've never been to Spain, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, here I am in Spain at your place. It was wonderful, and
Brilliant.
you get, yes, whole day, the masterminding again, taking yourself to the next level is beautiful.
And you were there when I decided to go for my dream home. I mean, this was so interesting to observe because Mariko and I, we go back a long time. We've been friends
For a
as
long
AI consultants for a long time. And actually, what was really interesting when I decided to go for my house, when I decided I found it, I put down deposit. I went for a retreat, a healing retreat with Mariko. And I was like shaking. Oh my God, Mariko, what I just did. I put down the deposit and I need to organize 2 million. How am I going to do it? And Mariko was just like, no, this is amazing. You're going to get there. And
Yeah.
guess what? Throughout the mentorship, you literally witnessed
Yes.
step by step how this came to reality. And it was just so much fun. And you actually gave me the courage to roll out Millionaire Mastermind too, because it was such a new program. And you were
Mhm.
like, oh, I'm your first client. I'm like,
Yeah.
brilliant. Game on, let's do this.
Yeah, let's get going, Eva.
So good, Mariko.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, what would you say is the biggest difference between new Mariko millionaire versus Mariko who was up and down with her results? What is the new like the new you? What are some
Mhm.
of the key components that are different?
I love this question so much. The first thing that comes up for sure is my absolute confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we have challenges as Eva, when
Yeah,
you run a business, there's always challenges,
yeah.
but there is unwavering confidence,
Mm-hmm.
uh, assurance about what I'm doing, how I show up for my, not only for myself, but of course for my coaching clients, my family. It's so different. I'm a complete different version of me. Even the challenges show up, it doesn't even touch me, right? Like it's
Yeah.
almost like I'm detached from what's going on outside.
Yes. You're
Yeah.
deeply rooted in your next level self.
Yes. Yeah.
So good. Oh, I love this.
Yes, yeah.
This is so good. I'm like, I want to listen to more. But this is brilliant. This is unwavering confidence. Oh, yes, I know what I wanted to ask you because
Yeah.
this confidence, I know that when you joined me, you were like
Mhm.
literally even shy to talk about your gifts and your abilities. You were not really fully showing up online, right? You were like, can you share a little bit
Oh,
the
oh
difference?
my. Oh yeah. I can't even recognize her
Yeah.
anymore. Okay, so when I started with you,
Mhm.
one of the paradigms I still had, I was really okay. I was confident in the material teaching because I've been doing
Yeah.
it for a while. Yeah. And to be able to show people the results that they're desired. But one of the part is to show up online fully.
Mhm.
And it was the time I decided I'm gonna do 365 Facebook Live.
Ooh, love that.
And I made that declaration like, holy shit, like, excuse my language. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Right? It scared the crap out of me because as you know, Eva, that everything you desire is on the other side of fear. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I know I have to do this. So I
Mhm.
started that. And I started to share my gifts, you know, my higher faculties, intuition, and all these things. Yeah. And now, like, people are like watching me, and I'm just really sharing my gifts.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm.
So good. Very different. And that's Mariko Millionaire versus Mariko before hiding, right? On social
Yeah.
media.
And then because I started showing up, the opportunity for TEDx came.
Yes,
And
tell us about that. Yeah.
yes, so then it was December 4th. So I went on TEDx, and I would never have imagined, you know, before your coaching, right? Like, I'm gonna do something like that to go on a global stage. So I'm just so grateful for you, Eva.
Congratulations. So fun. So Mariko, I always ask this question. I'm not sure if there was anything there, but was there anything in the way of making this decision? We know how it works. Intuition goes one way, and some paradigm sometimes tries to hold us back. Was there anything there for you? And if yes, how did you get over this? How did you make the right decision?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so my paradigm kicked in when I was going to go full in is because I'm like, I know this material.
Mm-hmm.
I've been studying this for years.
Yes.
I know I can do it on my own.
Yeah.
Do I really need another coach to help me?
Oh,
Right?
I love that
Yeah,
one.
right? Yeah, like, do I like I've got this, you know? And so that was my paradigm kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to ask myself, well, to be honest, like, do I really need support? You know, I'm supporting everybody else, my clients, but like, don't I need support?
Mm-hmm.
I have blind spots,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like,
Yeah.
it'd be nice to have that, right? Accountability, who has your back, who's always there for you, who's always like looking out for you for your highest best, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yes, I did have that, but I'm so, so, so grateful, Eva, that I was able to release that paradigm, right? That we
Perfect. And
have as a coach. Yes.
I always say that, the fastest road to your next level is to have somebody at that level or higher, right? Because they just give you these golden nuggets and guide you and believe in you and are there where fear kicks in, where the world falls apart. And it's just 5-minute voice note and you're empowered again and you keep moving. And that's the value,
Like,
right?
what should I do? And then, like,
Yeah.
you're always there, right? Voice messaging me,
Yeah.
do this, do that. Yeah, it's invaluable. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
remember, and I do that with my coach as well. Whenever I am stuck or whenever, there's that next level, it's a 5-minute voice note and you're sorted instead of dwelling on it and figuring it out. Because what I've noticed, and I'm sure you will agree with this, the higher level you go to, the bigger challenges are there. And it's like, if you have never been in that spot, you're like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. But it's
Yeah.
not, you're just up leveling. But if you
Yeah.
have somebody that has been there and can literally give you that comfort, you're like, whatever, this is amazing. Everything is on its way, right?
Totally. Yeah. It's night and
So
day, right?
beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
So Mariko, we have quite a few participants watching us. What would you say to who would you recommend Millionaire Mastermind for?
I would recommend this for someone who's committed to doing the work,
Mm-hmm.
right? Who's you're committed, like this coming 2024, who's willing, like committed not to the work, but to your wildest vision,
Yeah.
to go all in, who wants to really guarantee that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Uh, and yeah, I mean, coaches for sure, business owners who are at 6-figure, 7-figure, want to go to the 7-figure or 8-figure, and who wants that support.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of because at that level you're sort of feel like, I don't know about, maybe not all of them, but at that level sometimes you feel alone. I certainly felt alone.
100%.
Yeah, right. You might have a staff, you might have friends, you might have family, but they don't really get you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can't really say, hey, I'm having this challenge, right? And so who's wanting that kind of support,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would recommend that,
Beautiful.
this
Thank you
mastermind.
so much. So
Yes.
guys, if you would love to look into Millionaire Mastermind, Millionaire Mastermind is basically exactly what Mariko said, designed for six-figure earners going for seven figures or multi-seven figures. And you want that intimacy, you want intimate support from a mentor. There's only 8 participants in each round, and the next round is actually coming quickly. Like we already have one person who joined us this week, and we're starting in January. So what we do in the Millionaire Mastermind, I teach you living from the end. So the mindset component, the consciousness transformation into your millionaire self. But also I teach you strategies and grounded business knowledge. So it's like a holistic approach to your business to go to that next level, 7 figures or multi-7 figures. And we get to meet each other in person. Well, of course, in my house. And you also have access to other future millionaires or multimillionaires, so other mastermind members. So on top of being taught by me, you also have masterminds every single week with other fellow entrepreneurs going for 7 figures, and you develop friendships for life, right, Mariko?
Oh yes, friendship for life. We're constantly, you know.
I've seen that. I had to exclude myself from the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
So good. So thank you so much, Mariko. If you guys would love to look into this program, make sure that you private message your success advisor and we will support you with that. Thank you so much, Mariko. I'm really, really grateful. Now don't go anywhere.
Thanks for